Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. Jan Michael here. It all comes down to this. I've done all the best picture reviews. I've seen every single film nominated at the 2026 Academy Awards. It's time for my final predictions. And if you just happen to be new here, this comes with a caveat. You see, every single year, I take a shot for every wrong prediction I give. So I gotta be careful, otherwise I could get severely fucked up. And this year, I'll be honest, I'm actually really nervous. There's a lot of categories that I'm second guessing myself on, and I think we have the potential to get a lot of surprises. So yeah, let's see if this ends up being the year that I finally succumb to alcohol poisoning. Sit back, relax. These are my final Oscar predictions for the 2026 Academy Awards. For Best Actor, the nominees are Timothée Chalamet for Marty Supreme, Leonardo DiCaprio for One Battle After Another, Ethan Hawke for Blue Moon, Michael B. Jordan for Sinners, Wagner Moura for The Secret Agent. I'm not going to go into too much detail about why I'm picking who I am because honestly, there's a ton of videos out there explaining to the finite reason why you should go for a certain person here or why you should consider this person here. Heck, for a really great deep dive into some of these categories, take a look at Luke Hartfield's recent videos where he broke down certain acting categories, the ones that are incredibly close. He just does a spectacular job of going over the positives, the negatives, why he's choosing who he does. So, if you want a deeper dive into it, I would say there's definitely videos out there. This is just going to be a straight on prediction with just minor reasons about why I'm picking who I am. So here, am I going to go for Michael B. Jordan? Am I going to go for Timothée Chalamet? Or am I going to take a risk and go for Wagner Moura? I'm going to go Michael B. Jordan. The reason here being is, first and foremost, the momentum does seem to be slowing down for Timothée. Obviously, you can make the argument that him not winning at BAFTAs was because of that actor's home field advantage. He didn't win the Actors Award because he had just won the previous year. All valid arguments, but I think it goes a little bit deeper than that. I do see a lot of people just kind of giving him backlash for his campaigning. Plus, I do think Sinners is the more superior film in terms of it has a really good chance of winning Best Picture. So just for that reason, I'm going to go Michael B. Jordan, but I'm not 100% sure. I personally would like to see Timothée win, so I'm trying to take my own personal bias out of it, if you will, because obviously I want to get these right. And I'm going to go Michael. So lock that in, Michael B. Jordan, which honestly would be a fantastic win as well. For Actress, the nominees are Jessie Buckley for Hamnet, Rose Byrne for If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, Kate Hudson for Song Song Blue, Renata Reinsva for Sentimental Value, Emma Stone for Begonia. This is one of the easiest ones of the nights to call. This is obviously going to go for Jessie Buckley. Not going to go into details about why. If you follow the Oscars at all, you'll know exactly why she's going to go on to win. So let's just move on to the next category. For Adapted Screenplay, the nominees are Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, Train Dreams. Another easy one, this is going to go for One Battle After Another. Even if Paul Thomas Anderson loses out on director and loses out to Best Picture, he's at the very least going to go home with this award. So congratulations, Paul. You're finally getting your Oscar. One way or another, it's happening on Oscar night. For Animated Feature Film, the nominees are Arco, Elio, K-Pop Demon Hunters, Little Amelie or the Character of Rain, Zootopia 2. Moving right along to another easy one. This one's going to go to K-Pop Demon Hunters. It's a done deal. This one's been pretty much sweeping up all of the awards. Let's just move on. For Animated Short Film, the nominees are Butterfly, Forever Green, The Girl Who Cried Pearls, Retirement Plan, The Three Sisters. Ah, yes, the shorts categories, the ones that end up fucking everyone over, especially when you're having a goddamn good run. And this year is going to be no different. I don't think any of us are really confident in what's going to go on to win, so I'm actually going to be switching up my thought process with each of these shorts. Starting here, I'm going to be voting for the one that I liked best. So I'm just taking personal preference into this category. For that one, I'm going to go with Retirement Plan. I do think this is the best of the shorts, in my opinion. It's the one that I would like to see go on to win. I'm only doing that with this category. The other ones, I'm going to be swapping things up just because it always feels like it's random. As a fun little aside, I did ask my wife to also pick one. Now, she hasn't seen these shorts. She only knows the titles and the synopsis. And I just want to see if just random guessing is a better option than actually watching them and having an opinion on them. So here, she ended up just going for Forever Green. Just based on the synopsis, based on the title, that's what she went for. So let's see if she can actually come out ahead in these categories. I'm very interested to see what's going to happen, because if she's right, I'll probably just going to ask her to pick for me next year. For casting, the nominees are Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, Sinners. A brand new category, and it seems that this is gonna go to Sinners. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one's a done deal. I can't really see anything taking it away from that movie. I mean, that one's, in terms of casting, it's just been winning that award the most out of any other film. And you can even argue that the Actors Award Best Ensemble kind of is like a best casting award, so I think this one's a done deal. Sinners is most definitely going to be taking home this award. For cinematography, the nominees are Frankenstein, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sinners, Train Dreams. This one seems to be One Battle After Another, which is what I'm going to lock in my vote for, but if Sinners ends up overperforming, then most obviously I can see it going on to take this award, and well on it if it does, because that's my favorite cinematography of the year. I mean, it has the shot of the year, like the scene of the year, so I'd be completely fine with that. But just based on the precursors, I'm pretty sure One Battle's gonna snatch the award here. And I can also see a surprise and them giving it to Train Dreams. I mean, that one's actually won things as well. So if there is a dark horse that could come around and just take the award away from the other two, it would be that one. And honestly, that would be a cool win as well. But yeah, for right now, I'm feeling most confident One Battle After Another, though not 100%. I'll be very excited to see exactly how this ends up playing out. For costume design, the nominees are Avatar, Fire and Ash, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, Sinners. This one's pretty easy. It's gonna go to Frankenstein. It's one of 3 awards that are just in the bag for that film. We'll talk about the other 2 very soon, but just know it's got 2 more wins coming, beginning here. For director, the nominees are Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle After Another, Ryan Coogler for Sinners, Josh Safdie for Marty Supreme, Joachim Trier for Sentimental Value, Chloe Zhao for Hamnet. I gotta go for Paul Thomas Anderson. I mean, this just seems like his year, and while I would absolutely love to see Ryan Coogler take home the win, I think Paul just has this amazing narrative. He's worked on so many fantastic films. He's been nominated how many times without a win? I think they're really going to want to make up for all those losses. So I at least see 2 wins coming his way with writing and director. We'll talk about picture when we get to it, but at the very least, I feel these 2 are locked up. Obviously not 100% certain. Again, if Sinners just has a fantastic night where it overperforms, Ryan could go home with the win. And again, that would not be bad whatsoever, but I feel people really want to give it to Paul, so that's where my vote's going to go as well. For documentary feature film, the nominees are The Alabama Solution, Come See Me in the Good Light, Cutting Through Rocks, Mr. Nobody Against Putin, The Perfect Neighbor. I'm just gonna go with The Perfect Neighbor here. I know Mr. Nobody Against Putin ended up winning the BAFTA, so it probably would be smarter to go that route, but I think there's just too much love for The Perfect Neighbor to really think it could lose. I mean, it could, but I think there's just so much love for it that even though the Mr. Nobody ended up winning, I think I think the momentum's still going to shift over to, or I should say, continue with The Perfect Neighbor. I mean, that just gets your blood boiling, and just Mr. Nobody Against Putin doesn't really do that. It's more of a like, oh man, that's a terrible situation to be in. This one elicits a reaction out of you. So that's what I'm thinking. Though I have heard a lot of people really talking about Come See Me in the Good Light. So if there is a shocker in this category, I think it would be that one. So we'll see what happens. But right now I'm just Perfect Neighbor, I think, is just getting too much love to really think anybody else could go home with the win as of right now anyway. For documentary short film, the nominees are All the Empty Rooms, Armed with Only a Camera, The Life and Death of Brent Renaud, Children No More, Were and Are Gone, The Devil is Busy, Perfectly a Strangeness. For this category, I'm going to go with the one that most people are saying is probably going to go on to win, and that is All the Empty Rooms. Based on what they've been saying, it makes absolute sense why this one would be considered a front runner to go home with the award. But again, you can never really say with these shorts. For my wife's side of things, she went with Armed with Only a Camera, The Life and Death of Brent Renaud. So once again, if she ends up being right, I'm going to have her pick for me from now on. So we'll see what happens. For film editing, the nominees are F1, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sentimental Value, Sinners. I gotta go One Battle After Another in this category as well, although F1 could potentially steal the win here. I really hope it doesn't, but it's a possibility. And again, Sinners, if it just, again, overperforms, I could see it going home with editing as well. But yeah, as of right now, I'm feeling too good about One Battle, and I really don't want to think of the possibilities of F1 taking it. So that's just me. For international feature film, the nominees are It Was Just an Accident from France, The Secret Agent from Brazil, Sentimental Value from Norway, Sarat from Spain, The Voice of Hein Rajab from Tunisia. God, I want to vote for The Secret Agent so bad because I freaking love that film. But there's no denying with all the nominations that Sentimental Value got that film is incredibly beloved. And for those thinking that, well, this might just be a repeat of last year, I'm afraid that Sentimental Value just doesn't have the same hate going for it that Emilia Perez did. So I just can't see it happening. Like, if it did, if The Secret Agent went on winning, I'd be super ecstatic. But I do think the smarter move here is to go with Sentimental Value. So that's ultimately what I'm going to be predicting here. For live action short film, the nominees are Butcher Stain, A Friend of Dorothy, Jane Austen's period drama, The Singers, Two People Exchanging Saliva. And for the last of the shorts, I decided to go with the one that I feel most people would gravitate to. So this isn't my personal best of choice. It isn't the one that most people are saying, oh, this one has the best chance to go on to win. It's just what I feel, if everyone were to see them all, what would they gravitate most towards? And to me, that is The Singers, which is a fantastic little short. It's nice and sweet. It's just, in the long run, it's not something you're going to think about for, a long time. But that's just what I'm feeling. And to coincide with my wife here, she also ended up choosing this one. So we'll see if we're both right in this category. For makeup and hairstyling, the nominees are Frankenstein, Kokuo, Sinners, The Smashing Machine, The Ugly Stepsister. And here is number 2 for Frankenstein. Another one that's just in the bag for that film. One more win still coming its way, so keep an eye out for that one. For original score, the nominees are Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, Sinners. Easy enough. This one's obviously going to go to Sinners. I don't think anything else is going to really overtake this one, so just lock it in place. Sinners going home with the win here. For original screenplay, the nominees are Blue Moon, It Was Just an Accident, Marty Supreme, Sentimental Value, Sinners. Another easy one for Sinners. And let's say that Sinners doesn't have a great night, like it ends up underperforming. Well, this is most definitely still gonna give Ryan Coogler his flowers, so at the very least, this man will be honored in some way or form on Oscar night. So at the very least, I think we could all be happy about that. For original song, the nominees are Dear Me from Diane Warren, Relentless, Golden from K-Pop Demon Hunters, I Lie to You from Sinners, Sweet Dreams of Joy from Viva Verdi, Train Dreams from Train Dreams. Gotta go with Golden here, though I do think the Sinners song I Lie to You could potentially steal the win here. But I think the Golden song is way too freaking catchy. I mean, unless enough time has passed that everybody's managed to get that earworm out of their brain, those who waited till the last minute to like listen to these songs to really vote for them, I could see them like now hopping on board the whole K-pop Demon Hunter train. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I can't deny Golden is the more earwormy of all the songs here. For production design, the nominees are Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sinners. And here is number 3 for Frankenstein. Again, just these 3 all in the bag. Lock it in place. Frankenstein's going to go home with these 3 and, dare I say, nothing more. For sound, the nominees are F1, Frankenstein, One Battle After Another, Sinners, Seurat. In a just world, this should be going to Sinners, but it seems everybody has made up their minds that they gotta give F1 a bone, so that's what my prediction's gonna be here. Which I think, funny enough, correct me if I'm wrong here, Top Gun Maverick also went on to win this award, so I guess that's kind of cool, but not as cool as if Sinners were to take it. Not even close. For supporting actor, the nominees are Benicio del Toro for One Battle After Another, Jacob Elordi for Frankenstein, Delroy Lindo for Sinners, Sean Penn for One Battle After Another, Stellan Skarsgård for Sentimental Value. I think this one's pretty much just locked itself in place. It's going to go to Sean Penn, and you know what? Great. He definitely delivers the best supporting performance of the year. Like, this is a great villain role. One that I think will go down in history compared to all of the other villain Oscar winners. So, I think this is a done deal. I mean, could we see a surprise? Sure, of course we can, but I'm just not feeling brave enough to go in any other direction other than this. For supporting actress, the nominees are Elle Fanning for Sentimental Value, Inga Ibsdottir Lilios for Sentimental Value, Amy Madigan for Weapons, Wunmi Musaku for Sinners, Teyana Taylor for One Battle After Another. The smart thing to do here is to go Wunmi Musaku. She won the BAFTA. That is a proven fact that winning there usually leads you to win the Oscar. There is the possibility that her winning there is once again home field advantage, but with Sinners being so strong a film, could potentially win Best Picture. I think you can easily make the argument that she's just gonna go on to win. It's just a done deal. But this is the only category I am taking a swing at. I typically like to make bigger swings, but with how unsure I am in a lot of categories this year, I didn't want to go so overblown this time around. Again, don't want to die of alcohol poisoning. So I have to at least take one swing, and for me, I have to go Amy Madigan. I freaking love that performance. I love it, and that would be most definitely worthy of the Oscar win. And once again, kind of like with Sean Penn, that would be one of the best villain role wins that you could easily compare to all the other villain role wins. So yeah, I'm not feeling confident. Again, the smart pick would be to go with Wunmi, but God, if she wins, I want to be on her side. I want to be on her side so badly. So, yeah, this is my as Brian puts it, his no guts, no glory. This is mine with this one. For visual effects, the nominees are Avatar, Fire and Ash, F1, Jurassic World Rebirth, The Lost Bus, Sinners. It's Avatar. This is a done deal. It's Avatar. There's just nothing else stands a chance here whatsoever. So yeah, let's just move on. For Best Picture, the nominees are Begonia, F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, Train Dreams. All right, it's been a while since we've had a true fight in Best Picture. Do I go with One Battle After Another, or do I go with Sinners? Is all of the award recognition that's already been awarded to One Battle After going to continue at the Oscars, or is there a shift in this huge appreciation for Sinners? Now, personally, I want to see Sinners win. I think this would be a fantastic victory. It is a film I think anyone will be willing to watch over and over again, just something you would have in your collection that you just pop on from time to time. And it would be the first horror film since The Silence of the Lambs to win Best Picture. This is something that I didn't think I would ever see again in my lifetime. Like, just no horror film was getting close. So when the hell are we gonna get another chance like this? I so badly want to see Sinners win. That's my favorite film of 2025. One Battle After Another is my second favorite film of 2025. And as such, I would not be sad if it goes on to win. That one is very much a film of the time. In fact, I really do think this is something you can bring up at any point, and you'll have some sort of connections to your surroundings in some way or form. So yeah, I don't think this is a film that will disappear in time. It'll have moments where it's more impactful than other times, but as that movie proves, like, it's just, this is a one battle after another, right? There's always going to be another battle to fight. This film is going to be referenced again in the future when ultimately we get into another real bad political climate. So it would not be a bad win. I think this is one of Paul Thomas Anderson's best films. Just on a personal level, I really want Sinners to win. And I don't want to use personal bias to make my decision here. So I'm ultimately going to predict One Battle After Another. I'm not 100% confident, of course, but it's won practically everything. I mean, even the Actors Award for, like, the best ensemble cast, like, you could almost, instead of, like, comparing that to, like, Best Picture, you could easily just compare that to the best casting, which is what Sinners is going to go on to win. It's going to win Best Cast. So even then, I just don't think it's a strong enough argument to make that Sinners is going to go in with the win. And that breaks my heart. But yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it. I got to go One Battle After Another. And I'm going to be tested, man. I'm going to be tested. I know I'm going to want to kick myself later on going, oh man, I should go for Sinners, or I should change this, I should change that. But I'm not going to. I'm very much the type that once this video is out in the world, I do not change my picks. So what you see here is what you get. I'm predicting one battle after another. And you know what? That would be a fantastic win. But man, will I be really excited if Sinners does go on to win. And those are all my predictions for the 2026 Academy Awards. Man, I'm excited. Like, I hope we get a whole bunch of surprises, because it's boring when you know what the winners are going to be beforehand. And I gotta say, this is probably one of the most exciting Oscars that I've been anticipating in like forever, at least in some time. I'm on the edge of my seat already, so I cannot wait to watch it. Once the show is over and done with, of course, I will start compiling my reactions, as long as I'm not dead of alcohol poisoning, of course, and I will put up my video the following day, so please keep a lookout for that. And then after that, we can start thinking about next year's Oscars. It's always Oscar season. So thank you so much for joining me on this journey, everybody. Let me know what your predictions are in the comments below. Enjoy the Oscars. Now's the time. And until next time, everybody, stay safe out there and have a good one.